Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Lingfield Park here on Friday. It is April the 19th, 2019. It's all-weather championship day from Lingfield, and I'm going to look at all the races on the program. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and also join me this weekend for some great racing from Atoy on Sunday. It's an excellent card from there over the jumps. But today's card from Lingfield's very good. We're going to look at all the races. Let's get on to it. 7 on them on tap. The first race to 130. It is Descend Racing All-Weather Championship Apprentice Handicap. It's a Class 2 Apprentice Handicap going for a purse of $64,000. Races for 4-year-olds and upwards. Horses rated 81 to 100. Field of 14 horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the all-weather poly track. My top selection here, I'm going to go to the 4-horse Gallipoli. I'm going to go 4-3-10 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 4-3-10 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection 4-horse Gallipoli or Gallipoli. It's 6-year-old gunman by Compton Place. Sean Davis gets leg up for Richard Fahey. The horse's most recent outing came the 13th of March at Lingfield. 7 furlongs, same trip as today in a Class 2 handicap. He finished second by 3/4 in length there, and he had a decent turn of foot. The horse in front of him, Card Sharp, who's running later today, had that little bit of a better turn of foot, but he did have a decent turn of foot, and he ran quite well there. Before that, at Newcastle on the 20th of February, 7 furlongs on a Class 2 handicap, he finished second by 3/4 in length, and again that day he had a little bit of a low weight, but again he closed up well. He finished well there, and then at Newcastle, 7 furlongs on a Class 2 handicap, he finished 7 by 3¼ lengths. First off the break, he needed the race. He never had a quickening up, and he was towards the rear most of the race, and it wasn't his day to win. And then at Chelmsford, 7 furlongs on a Class 4, he won by half length. His final start of 2018 back on the 18th of October. He sat on the front end that day, and he just went away with it. Even with the high weight, it was a very good run. He's proven he's a little versatile. He can set the pace or come from behind. He has a good weight. He has a good post draw. He has races under his belt, and I think he's been getting better with every race so far this season. I think he's sitting on a victory, so I'll take him here at 5-1. So to recap my selection for the first, 130 from Lingfield. I'm going to go with the 4-horse Gallipoli. I'm going to go 4-3-10 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. Let's get to the second race from Lingfield. The 2 o'clock, the second race from Lingfield. It is the Betway All-Weather Marathon Championship Condition Stakes. Class 2 conditions going for a purse of $192,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 horses going 3,200 meters or 2 miles on the all-weather poly track. My top selection here, I'm going to go to the number 8-horse Spark Plug. I'm going to go 8-10-5 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. 8-10-5 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection 8-horse Spark Plug. This 8-year-old gun by Dylan Thomas. Tar Marquin picks up the mount for Brian Meehan. The horse's most recent outing came the 16th of February at Kempton, 2 miles in a Class 2 condition. The horse finished second by a nose. Even with a heavyweight, he just missed at the end. He had a great turn of foot. He ran a good effort staying there. Before that, he ran on the 5th of December at Kempton, a mile and a half, 2,400 meters in listed stakes. He won by 1¼ lengths. He was drawn wide and he had a high weight, but he had a great turn of foot, and he won very nicely there. It was an improvement over his few races before. Most recently before that, on the 17th of November here at Lingfield, a mile and a quarter in listed stakes. First off the break, he finished 5th by 4¼ lengths. The winner Master of the World is a good horse, and the second place finisher Big Country is a good horse on the all-weather circuit. But this horse, he was drawn wide, and he just wasn't 100% fresh, and he needed the race. And then before that, he ran the 21st July Newberry, mile and a quarter in listed stakes, finished 7th by 13 lengths. Again, another tough field of horses. He was just never into it. I don't know if he bled or he was injured out of that race. He just never ran. But his last run staying back in February was very nice. He's off a little bit of a layoff, which I like today. He has a good poster, and I think he could stay well. He's a good weight of 131 pounds with the rest of them. I'll take him here at 10-1 in a very wide open marathon. So to recap my selection for the second, the 2 o'clock from Lingfield, it is the Betway All-Weather Marathon Championship Condition Stakes. Gonna go with the 8-horse Spark Plug. I'm gonna go 8-10-5 in the Tri-Cash Trifecta. Let's get to race number 3. Race number 3, the 2:30 from Lingfield, is the Ladbrokes All-Weather Fillies and Mares Championship. It's a Class 2 Fillies conditions going for a purse of $192,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Fillies and Mares only, which have won qualifying race for the All-Weather Championships. Field of 12 horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. My top selection, or whatever, the poly track here, 1,400 meters, 7 furlongs poly track. My top selection here, I'm going to go to the number 9 horse, Rasimima. I'm going to go 967 in the TriCast trifecta. 967 TriCast trifecta. Top selection 9 horse Racima. This 4-year-old filly here. David Egan gets leg up for Roger Varian. The horse's most recent outing came the 1st of November here at Lingfield. 1 mile on filly's listed stakes from Y Postra. You don't want to be wide here at Lingfield, but from Y Postra, this horse won by 1 1/4 lengths. Had a great turn of foot, had a good weight, got the lead, and then he took off. A very good run. Major improvement off the race before, which came the 20th of September at Newmarket on the Roley Mile and a half in the Group 3 Princess Royal Naive Stakes. She finished 5th by 5 1/4 lengths. She didn't stay the trip, and she had nothing. It wasn't her day to win against those probably tougher horses there. And then before that, on the 19th of September at Yarmouth, Quarter and filly's listed stakes, she finished second by 4.5 lengths. She had a wide Postra, and the horse in front of her just had that better jump. She did run well, but I just don't think the Quarter is to her liking. I think she's a 7 furlong to a mile specialist, to be honest with you. And then before that at York, on yielding ground, Quarter and listed stakes, finished 5th by 7.5 lengths. Again, just never had that good turn of foot. I don't think she stayed the trip. She's getting the lower trip here today, off the break. This field's not so tough, and I think she'll run well. So 9-2, I'll take her. It's going to be one of the lower priced horses, I think, of the day. This day usually is always wide open, but to recount my selection for the 2:30 from Lingfield, it's the Ladbrokes All-Weather Fillies and Mares Championship. Gonna go with the 9 horse Racima. I'm gonna go 967 in the TriCast trifecta. Let's get to race number 4. The 305, the 4th race from Lingfield, it's the Betway All-Weather Championship Sprint. It's a Class 2 conditions race going for a purse of $192,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 horses going 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the all-weather poly track. My top selection here, I'm going to take the number 8 horse Kachi. I'm going to go 8-4-6 in the TriCast trifecta. 8-4-6 TriCast trifecta. Top selection 8 horse Kachi. The 6-year-old horse by Kalachi. Richard Kingscote gets leg up for Tom Dascombe. The horse's most recent outing came 2nd of February at Lingfield. 6 furlongs and a listed stakes. The horse won by 3.5 lengths at 91 cents a dollar. That he was the horse to beat, and nobody beat him. It was a lesser quality group of horses, and he quickened up from Y Postra. It was a very good run there. Before that, he ran the 26th of December at Wolverhampton, 6 furlongs in the Class 2 conditions, and he won by 6 there. And again, he was the favorite. No other horses were that good, and again, he just won for fun. A very good race. And then before that, 3rd of August at Goodwood, 5 furlongs in the Group 2 King George Qatar Stakes, finished 5th by 7 1/4 lengths. There were a lot tougher horses for him to face, and he was, very subpar, and he weakened out of it. It wasn't his day to win. And then before that, 19th of June at Royal Ascot, 5 furlongs in the Group 1 King Stand. Again, tougher horses there. He just couldn't keep up with them. He finished 9th by 8.5 lengths behind Blue Point, who had went on to have a great season, and so far is having a good year also. But this horse, he just weakened out of it, couldn't keep up with them. And then before then, in the Temple Stakes at Haydock in late May, he finished 3rd behind Batage in Washington D.C. Again, he just kind of weakened out of it right before the stride of the race. Washington D.C. ran probably the best race of his season that day to get the second. But he does better in these conditions or listed stakes, those lower end races on the upper tier. Because his last victory in 2018, actually, or in mid 2018 on the turf, came at Chester in a 5 furlong Class 3 conditions. He won by 9, and he had the speed, and he won very easily. He's a horse I probably back at the May Festival at Chester in a few weeks, but here I like him a lot, even with the old wide Postra. I'll take him. So to recount my selection for the 4th, the 305 from Lingfield, gonna go with the 8 horse Kachi. I'm gonna go 8-4-6 in the TriCast trifecta. Let's get to race number 5 from Lingfield, the 340. It's the Ladbrokes 3-year-old all-weather championship. Class 2 conditions going for a purse of $192,000. Race for 3-year-olds only, which have won, of course, a qualifier for these races. Field of 12 horses going 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the poly track. My top selection here, I'm going to go to the 11 horse You Never Can Tell. I'm going to go 11-6-3 in the TriCast trifecta. 11-6-3 TriCast trifecta. Top selection 11 horse You Can Never Tell. This 3-year-old gelding here by Elzam. Tom Quealy picks up the mount for Richard Spencer. The horse's most recent outing came the 2nd of March at Lingfield. 7 furlongs, 1,400 meters in the listed stakes. The horse finished 3rd by 2 1/4 lengths there, and he had a decent turn of foot from the back of the pack that day. He had speed from the inside at 20-1. He closed up well to get 3rd. If he wants to win today, he'll have to sit a little bit closer, and hopefully a big pace in front of him could go off. But he didn't run half bad, because the race before, though, at Newcastle ran quite crap, and a 6 furlong Class 2 conditions where he finished 6 by 2 3/4 lengths and had nothing. Kind of weakened out of it halfway home, and I don't think he liked Newcastle. Some horses handle the straight 6, and some horses don't. I don't think he handled it. I think he likes to bend. And then at Kempton on the 4th of January, 6 furlongs in the Class 2 conditions. He finished 7th by 3.5 lengths, and that's he didn't break all that well, and basically lost all chances at the beginning. And then before that, in Class 2 conditions, the Wolverhampton 6 furlongs, December the 8th, he finished third by 1.5 lengths. And again, he stalked most of the race. He had a little bit of a turn of foot. He ran decently at the end, and then he broke the. He got his second victory ever at Newcastle, going 6 furlongs, 1 by 5. That was a very lesser quality group of horses. Even with the heavyweight, he just took off clear. I think here at 12-1, like I said, if he sits a little bit closer, I think you get a piece of it, so I'll take him here. So to recount my selection for the 5th, the 340 from Lingfield, gonna go with the 11 horse You Can Never Tell. I'm gonna go 11-6-3 in the tri-cash trifecta. Let's get to the featured 6th race. The featured 6th race, the 415 from Lingfield. It is the Betway Easter Classic. It's Class 2 conditions, going for a purse of $256,000, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses going 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter around the poly-track course here at Lingfield. Very good race here. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 8 horse Wasakin, but I'll give you a price play of the 1 horse Courthouse. Well, small price play, he's only 10-1, but I'll go 8-1-3 in the tri-cash trifecta. 8-1-3 tri-cash trifecta. The top selection will be the 8 horse Wasakin. This 4-year-old colt by Tappet. He has a North America pedigree through and through. It won't surprise me to see this horse stateside later in his career, but Frankie Dettori gets the leg up for John Gosden. The horse has been pretty perfect as of lately. Most recently on the 23rd of February at Lingfield in the Group 3 Winter Derby Stakes. He won by 3.25 lengths there, and at 25 cents to the dollar. He stalked, he got the lead, and he took off. It was a very good run there. Before that, in the Derby trial Lingfield, Monaco, February the 2nd, he won by 3/4 length. And again, that day, he sat back early. He got the lead. He didn't put on a show like he did in the final for the race, but he still won very nicely. And then before that, Lingfield, Monaco, enlisted stakes right before Christmas. He won by 2.25 lengths. And again, drawn low. He had a decent race. He just went away with it. And then I think probably his best race, one of his best races, came at Newmarket in one of those massive 33 horse handicaps, Class 2 handicap, going 1,800 mile length on the Rolling Mile back in September. He won by 3.25 lengths. He had a decent weight, and he just destroyed the field. You can't say you don't say a lot a horse destroys 32 other horses in one race, but he did that day, and he won very nicely. And then he started the winning streak at Chelmsford back in August, going a mile and a quarter in Class 2 handicap, which he won by 1/4 lengths. Even with a heavyweight of 142 pounds, he won very nicely. One thing that does scare me a lot with him today is, he's a little bit of a workhorse, but he has been pretty perfect as of lately. But my thoughts, my thing also that scares me is when I pick these horses that win 5 in a row, usually they'll lose. But like I said, his Derby last time out, opened my eyes. But I'll take him here at 2-5. It's a shit race to place a win wager on him. But if there's going to be a horse that could possibly upset him, I think it's going to be the other Gosden horse, the 1 horse Courthouse. His 4-year-old colt by Dawn Approach. He's a low post draw, opposed to my other horse who's Brakeman Bear, number 8. This horse is breaking from the rail. Robert Haviland gets the leg up for John Gosden. This horse's most recent outing came the 23rd of February at Lingfield, a mile and a quarter in the Winter Derby, where this horse ran a good second place finish by 3.5 lengths behind Wasakin. They backed this horse that day, but he just couldn't get to him, and Wasakin just had the junk on him. Before that, Lingfield, a mile and a quarter in the Derby trial, he finished third by 3 lengths, and again, he just couldn't get the good closing kick. It wasn't the day to win, but he won here at Lingfield, a course and distance winner back in January. He had one other rival, and he just took off clear. It was basically a paired workout. It doesn't it wasn't really mainly a race per se, but he's another horse. He's run some good races in the past. He loves the mile and a quarter trip. If there's going to be an upsetter, I think it's going to be this Gosden horse. So at 10-1, I'll do a small, possibly each way wager on him. Just in case there's a small. Just in case there's a small chance that Wasakin loses. But to recount my selections for the 6th, the 415 from Lingfield, it's the Easter Classic. I'm going to go with the 8 horse Wasakin. Like I said, a bit of a price play would be the 1 horse Courthouse. I'll go 8-1-3 in the tri-cash trifecta. So now let's get to race number 7 from Lingfield, the nightcap. Race number 7, the 445 from Lingfield. It's the Sun Racing All-Weather Mile Championship. It's a Class 2 conditions going for a purse of $192,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 horses going 1,600 meters or a mile on the poly track. My top selection, I'm going to go to the 6 horse, the number 6 horse Indico. I'm going to go 635 in the Tricast Trifecta. 635 Tricast Trifecta. Top selection, the 6 horse Indico. Indico, whatever. Four-wheel colt by Rio de la Plata. Vincent Chiminade gets the leg up. The French horses on this day, especially last year, they did very well. So betting at French imports, is a good thing here. But this horse ran the 5th of March most recently in France with Shunti on the poly track, 1 mile in the listed stakes. He finished second by a nose, and he had a little bit of a turn of foot. The horse in front of him ran that better race, but he just missed a nose down. It was a decent effort for him. Before that, the 16th of December at Deauville in a listed stakes, 1,500, 7.5 furlongs on the all-weather. He finished second by a nose, and again, he just couldn't get the good closing kick. It was an all-out finish. The horse who beat him just ran that better race. And then at Deauville on the 1st of December, 1,500, 7.5 furlongs in a allowance race. He won by 3/4 length from a wide post dry. He just went away with it to a very good victory. And then again, before that, Shunti on the all-weather 1 mile allowance race. He finished second by 1 3/4 lengths. Another race. He closed up well. I like him a lot coming here today. He's proven he can run around on the all-weather. He's gonna have to go around the left-handed bend today, opposed to the right-handed like he was facing in France. But I don't think that should be a problem. Good post drag, sit closer, 6-1. I'll take him here in this very wide-open race. So to recap my selection for the 7th, 445 from Lingfield, it is the all-weather mile championship. Gonna go with the number 6 horse Indico. I'm gonna go 635 in the Tricast Trifecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.